this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Oh, yeah. What a game. 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 This is Devils After Dark. Coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios in my hotel room in Delaware and Scotty's Palatial Estates in Beverly Hills, California, as the Devils just knocked off the Canucks 5-2.
Vanquished Vancouver.
Yes. Yes. What a game. Special teams.
What a game.
What a game.
Sam, why are you so quiet over there? What's going on? I expected you to be a lot more excited about this big victory.
As I told you, Scotty, the entire floor has people sleeping right now in this hotel room.
Don't you think they want to hear about this Devils victory, though? From the great Sam Wu. Come on. Come on.
Delaware. They don't know any better.
They don't know anything? Okay. All right. They're probably Flyers fans. All right. That's what you're saying? Okay. Okay.
Inbred.
Well, welcome, everybody. Jeez. Welcome, everybody, to Devils After Dark exclusively on the Let's Go Devils podcast network. I'm Scotty. And yes, Sam Wu is there in his hotel room. You can see the bed is still made and everything. The liquor cabinet hasn't been broken into yet. The lock is still on there. It hasn't been busted off. So, Sam Wu must be just arriving to this hotel room over here where he's got to be quiet. He's got to do the whispers. Got to be silent, Sam. Silent Sam. That could be your new nickname whenever you're on there. It's Silent Sam. Here he comes.
Can I get some alcohol, guys? We're in my country now.
Could I go down to the hotel bar and get some alcohol, Nico? Can you buy some for me? I know I just turned 21, but
in all seriousness, Scotty, I'm looking at social media. There are a lot of people up. So happy Devil's Wednesday to everybody.
Hell yeah!
Because
you guys are on Wednesday already. I'm still here Tuesday out here on the West Coast. It's only 9:50 for me, so it's nice and just early evening time. I'm relaxing, got my workout in while I'm watching the game and everything. It's been fantastic. Poor Sam Wu's been traveling. Now he's stuck in some hotel room where he can't even make a lot of noise. Jeez, how else are we gonna celebrate this big Devils victory? I believe that would be 4 in a row, Sam Wu. Like the great Ric Flair. Woo! Who's he a part? The Four Horsemen. The Four Horsemen. All right, that's where Ric Flair, that was his group, if you don't know. All right. So the Devils winning 4 in a row here. Game 10 of the season against the Vancouver Canucks with their Johnny Canuck jersey on there. It's okay. Kind of looked like a Notre Dame jersey to me. Like, was that Johnny Canuck or was that like Fighting Irish guy? I'm not really sure. But they looked okay. Not going to really complain too much about them. They're not the worst I've seen with some of these reverse retros. So Blackwood is in goal tonight. Holt's still not in the lineup. We can talk about that a little later. I've been a proponent for him to get in the lineup. Andrej Palat, groin surgery. Unless I only saw the updates on Instagram. So I am not sure if there's anything else that has come out after that about his return timetable, but he had successful surgery. There's no timetable yet? Okay. So we do know he's had successful groin surgery. We don't have any news, as Sam has just confirmed right here, on the timetable just yet. But hopefully we'll get some reports on that soon, see how long he's going to be out for. Is it going to be a month? Is it going to be 2 months? Is this going to be like a half a season thing? Are we going to have him gone for the majority of the season? I wouldn't think so, with the fact that the surgery has already occurred and it went well. Usually when those things happen, it's some stuff that they can recover a little bit quicker from. So hoping to get Palat back in the lineup, Can we say before Thanksgiving? I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but hopefully, definitely before Christmas. We'll get a timetable soon.
I'm thinking January.
Soon.
I'm thinking January.
You're thinking January?
If this team,
well, I'm going to hold out hope for before Christmas.
If this team is performing the way they are without Palat, take your time. He's already had an effect. He's according to Amanda Stein on her Twitter account, he's still part of the team. He's still texting. He's very involved with the players, with the coaches. So he just can't play. So as he recovers and rehabs, right now, look what the Devils did tonight. It's going to be a happy Devils recap, Scotty.
Oh, yeah, totally is. So get ready, everyone there on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch. I want to know your feedback and your comments on that after we roll through this game recap. Big victory for the New Jersey Hockey Devils. That's right. 4 in a row, like the 4 horsemen. Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, and then there was a lot of other rotating guys in there as well. So, Barry Windham. Was one of the Von Erickson? I don't remember. Either way. The old 4 horsemen stable over there. Let's get into it. Mackenzie Blackwood in there. Makes a good save early in the period, in the first period there. Quick breakaway there, leaves a rebound. That's the one thing we've seen with Mackenzie Blackwood is sometimes he makes these really nice saves, but he can leave some fat rebounds out there. Lucky for him this time, Thomas Tatar was there to kind of help freeze the puck and distract and not get any other Canuck there in the slot to try and tip it home. So good on Thomas Tatar there, who I know I've been critical of in the early part of the season, but there he was on top of his game, making sure that puck was covered up by Mackenzie Blackwood. Following that, though, very early into the game, Captain, oh my Captain, sailing this ship to shore, to seas, whatever it is. I don't even know what the saying is right now, but Nico Hischier is back healthy, and he's back on track. The Swiss Superman, like Claudio from AEW over there, Claudio Castagnoli, formerly known as Cesaro. We got our own Swiss Superman, Nico Hischier, with his 5th goal of the year on the power play. Sam Wu, a lot of special teams tonight. I know we were talking about it back and forth in our text message about the even strength goals, the special teams goals. 3 of the 5 tonight coming on special teams. Big old hat tip there to Coach Burnett for doing that. But Nico Hischier, what a goal this was. First off, it started with a face-off win. By who? By Nico Hischier, who has been an absolute beast in the face-off circle all season long here. And I believe this was their first shot on goal. Okay, they dropped the puck in the face-off. Nico wins it. Bastian kind of helps dig it out. It goes to Jack Hughes, who passes across the ice to Jesper Bratt. He's in that familiar open wing position, and this time, instead of doing that big down on one knee slapper, which we saw in the last game, against the Blue Jackets, he decides to pass the puck over perfectly to Nico Hischier, who is coming in front. Nathan Bastian is already there in front of the goaltender screening. Nico with a very, very easy tip in for a beautiful goal past poor Thatcher Demko. Oh, boy. Man, did we think some of our goaltenders got hung out to dry in past games? Man, poor Demko got hung out to dry on a lot of these goals by the Devils. Basically, all 4 of them. They were all like odd man rushes and everything like that. So Nico Hischier puts his 5th home of the season. Assist going to, you know it, Jesper Bratt. Since it was just Halloween,
wow.
The point streak. It's alive, Sam Wu. It's alive. The Jesper Bratt point streak. Every game that he has played, which is every game the Devils have played so far this season, all 10, he has had a point in. He is now up to, what has he got, like 16 on the season so far, I think? Something like that. Did he get any more in this game? No, he just had the 1 point,
I don't know, but he's going to get a big fat contract out of it. That's what I know.
Oh, he's going to. Betting on Bratt. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's got 16 points on the season, 4 goals, 12 assists in only 10 games. Jack Hughes picks up the secondary assist, his 6th of the season. Nico Hischier's 5th. tip-in power play goal. By the way, Nico Hischier leading the team in goals. That's what you'd like to see there from the captain. Man, is that power play one unit a beast? Holy hell, Sam Wu. We talked about it very early in the season. Where's Nathan Bastian? Why is he not on PP1 parked in front of the net? As soon as they made that change, you got a whole new dynamic now with Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt working the wings, Nico Hischier, playing down low as well, kind of a little rover bumper action there, going back and forth, crashing the net, Bastian Park there, and Dougie Hamilton at the point. Man, is that a powerful power play. When you got Hughes and Bratt on both those wings parked there, you don't know if they're going to shoot or pass. You don't. You have no idea. And it's funny because I was watching a little thing on NHL Network with our old friend Kevin Weeks, and he was talking about how players these days slide their power hand up the stick. And when they do that, when their hands are down low, when your one hand is down low on the stick, you can really tell. A goaltender can tell if you're going to pass or if you're going to shoot. It's very easy to see. When you slide your hand back up and you're getting your hands almost to where they're like a baseball bat or a golf club, it's almost impossible for the goalies to tell if you're going to sling it or if you're going to pass it. And I was keeping my eye on and watching Jesper Bratt and Jack Hughes up there. And man, do they start sliding their hands up that stick. And it is really, really hard to tell if they are going to pass and shoot. Case in point, tonight, you're thinking Jesper Bratt just slammed home 2 of them the other day on the power play, down on one knee. You think it's going to come again? Nah, we're going to pass it this time. No, thank you. I'll take the primary assist instead. Yes. I'm going to turn into Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force over here. Yeah, no, thank you very much. I'll take the primary assist, okay? Yeah, thank you. Jesper Bratt, 12 assists already on the season. What a hell of a player. Man, lock that dude up, Fitzy, for the long not let him get away. Because he is proven, not only is he going to be a top line talent here on the Devils, but man, look at those standings. Devils are 3rd in the entire league. The entire league. And I know it's only 10 games in, but we also said 10 games is a good kind of little point to say, like, hey, let's look back and see how things are going. Trends are probably forming. And I know what some of you Devils fans might be thinking. Yeah, Scotty, we saw this last year, and then we had the Tampa Bay game that we all thought was a statement game, and it all went down the toilet. And the same thing happened the year before that. But I think this team is a little different. But either way, he sure gets the power play goal at 4:36. And then, man, the 4th line, the BMW, or Sam Wu, can we call him the Beef MW line? Because I think that's what they're throwing out there as a whole hell of a lot of beef. Beefalytics skyrocketing for this line. And we all know what it comes down to. Beer Baron being mad at Mikey McLeod and his man crush being upset. Obviously, Mikey got word of it. He thinks that he let Beer Baron down. He wants to play better. He just wants things to go back to the way they were with Beer Baron. Well, Beer Baron's not letting him off the hook so bad. So easy. Okay? He's saying, I don't know. I got to think about it. I got to see how you play. You say this, but then you're going to turn around and do the same things over and over again, Mikey McLeod. Beer Baron's still mad. Mikey McLeod says, okay, I'm going to prove it to you, baby. I'm going to show you what's up. And with under 2 minutes in the period, nice to see those late goals coming in the period. We've had so many of those go against us in recent years as the soul-crushing goal in the last, minute or 2 minutes of the period that really put you on that down going into intermission. Well, now we're the ones scoring those goals instead of getting scored upon. And it was our 4th line, the Beef MW line, doing some hard cycling of that puck behind the net. Miles Wood, Nathan Bastian. Bastian eventually brings the puck out and kind of up the half boards there, where he's able to turn around and just kind of shovel a shot on goal. Just get it on net. You never know what can happen, especially when you got the high beefalytics with McLeod, Bastian, and Miles Wood out there on the ice.
Beefalytics.
That's right. Grade A beefalytics. And let me tell you, Miles Wood was causing havoc, and Mikey McLeod was able to get open on the far side, right there next to the goal crease. And the puck bounces off of Demko's leg pad, goes right to Mikey McLeod, who put home an easy goal for his first of the season. And Beer Baron says, continue to prove it to me, Mikey McLeod. And then maybe we can talk a little later on in the season. So we're hoping that Beer Baron stays mad at his man crush, because ever since he announced it to the world that they were in a fight, Mikey McLeod is on a point streak. Mikey McLeod is on a 4-point streak over here with 3 assists and a goal. At least I think. Or maybe it's not a point streak. Maybe it's like four in the last 5. I don't know off the top of my head. But Mikey McLeod has been scoring. And what did we see the other day? We're in our little text message, and Beer Baron's like, why do I have to be mad? I mean, what do you mean? Why do you think you have to be mad? Because now he's playing well, because you're pissed off. So you must stay pissed off for the rest of the season. Do not know how hockey superstitions work, Beer Baron. So he's going to stay mad at his man crush for the rest of the season, and we're going to hope that Mikey McLeod continues to perform. But the Beef MW line really coming through with a late goal. Some really good cycles, some hard hitting, especially in the second period, which we're going to get to here in a little bit. A couple of little head scratchers on some of the stuff. Maybe I'm just being a homer on it, but I don't know. But the Beef NW line, great late first period goal there to put the Devils up 2-0. That's at 18:04 of the first. McLeod, his first. Wood, his first assist. Bastian, his second. Fourth line, getting it done. Rolling 4 lines, which we weren't doing early in the season, to help us play a full 60 minutes of hockey. That's what good teams do. They have a fourth line that produces. And I've called myself out many times. I said, Wood should be on the third line. Wood should be on the third line. He looks so much more at home on the fourth. And he does have that little bit of more offensive skill that you don't always see with fourth liners. And I think he's able to take advantage of that from the other team's perspective. His level is just a little bit higher, skill-wise, speed-wise, than your average fourth liner that you're playing against. And he's able to take advantage of that. Much like, remember our old friend David Clarkson, when he had his nice 30-goal season, when he was playing down there on the third and fourth line. You bump him up to 1 and 2, different story over there. But he's playing against the third and fourth lines. Yeah, he's going to be able to take advantage of that. So big goal. Big goal from the Beef MW line, putting the Devils up 2-0. End of the first. Going into the second. Blackwood, again, making some big saves here. Had one where he was in the splits, kind of sliding out. I think it was JT Miller trying to slam the puck home. Blackwood got it with his leg. Woo! And then it happened. Luke Shen, I'm watching you. Luke Shen. I didn't like your antics this evening very much. There's a code of combat that you broke. You broke, Luke Shen. One hit, okay. The other one, pretty questionable. It's pretty clear that you were hitting McLeod's numbers there, which, you're not supposed to do. So, yeah, Miles Wood comes after him, gives him a shot or two, loses his footing, goes down, but then Luke Shen, all of a sudden, with someone down on the ice who can't protect himself, starts just letting some roundhouses go. And not just one, not just two, not just 3. He let like 5 or 6 shots go. And then someone else from the Canucks jumped in there. Bastian had to go and jump in on them. I get the instigator penalty. But for me, And I don't know, maybe I'm just being a homer. Should have been an unsportsmanlike conduct there on Luke Shen as well. That's a big no-no in the hockey world. When someone goes down, okay, maybe you get one extra shot in there. Okay, let that slide. When you're amped up, you just got clocked like 3 times in the face. You didn't really get a lot of your shots in or punches thrown. Give you 1. But this was like 5 or 6 extra shots, like we went down. That's not cool. That's not cool. Man up and drop the gloves again later on in the game. I didn't like that. But then I did. Because the New Jersey Hockey Devils are not the Hockey Devils of last year, where they gave up endless shorthanded goals. They're the Devils of this year, where they score shorthanded goals, Sam Wu. And it happened.
It's a beautiful thing.
With 2 guys. What's that?
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful beefy thing. Beautiful beefy thing.
It's nice to be on the other end of shorthanded goals. Actually scoring them.
That's right. Suckers! You think you got a power play there, Vancouver? Well, suck it. DX style. Because Yegor Sharangovich and Dawson Mercer are coming down the ice on a 2-on-1. Sharangovich with the puck. Beautiful pass across to Dawson Mercer. And Ken Danigo said this on the broadcast. Demko's got no shot here. No shot. Basically, on all the goals the Devils scored, Demko had no shot. Because, word's out around the league. Everyone knows. Yegor Sharangovich has got a rocket of a shot. So if he's coming up one side with the puck, you need to respect that shot and play it. And Yegor Sharangovich was smart enough to read that and just throw it right across to his good buddy with some of the best hair in hockey, Dawson Mercer, for his 4th of the year already. Think about that. Dawson Mercer, he's been bouncing around from line to line to line. 4 goals in the year already. He's not looking like a second-year player out there. He got big. He looks a lot bigger. He beefed up. He went with Bastion in the gym, did some beefalytics. He looks like a lot bigger boy out there on the ice. Beautiful tip in from Dawson Mercer, his 4th of the year. Sharangovich, his 3rd assist of the year. Offensive threats playing a defensive game. That's something we haven't had in a number of years. When the guys you're putting out there on the penalty kill are also huge offensive threats. Nico Hischier, Dawson Mercer, Yegor Sharangovich. That changes the game.
Sure does. Sure does.
Oh, it does, Samuel. That's how you play a full game. A full 60-minute game. And Devils did that tonight. And then, after that, Mercer goal 925 at 11:37. What do you think, Sam Wu? You want to give it a shot?
I don't even know how to do this.
Oh, boy.
I really don't know how to do this, but I'll try.
All right. You want me to do it? Do you want me to do it or no?
This is the one. This is the one to do because it was a Hail Mary.
Yeah, it was.
Why don't you do it, Scotty?
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
You scream.
I don't think it's good, but we'll give it a shot.
All right, let me do the intro. You do the call. All right.
Okay.
This is the Let's Go Devils podcast game update with Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal.
Thanks, Sam. We're here on the frozen tundra of Vancouver. Canucks versus Devils. Off the rails on a gravy train under center. With the snap to John. Don't call me Dan. Laces out. Isotoner gloves Marino. He fades back. He looks. He sees an opening. Down the middle. He throws a Hail Mary. Igor Sharangovich. Jesper Boquist makes the catch. And he laterals it to Sharangovich. Touchdown Devils! Touchdown Devils! 4-0. Are you ready, New Jersey?
Very nice. Very good.
I screwed it up there. Wrong person. Sorry about that.
It doesn't matter.
No, it's not Sharangovich. It's actually Boquist. Hang on. Wait a minute. Scotty screwed everything up. Well, I did my best. I think Sam Wu is definitely much better at the football calls than I am over there. But unfortunately,
it's not easy, is it? It's not easy.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not easy.
You got to convert everything on the fly. I screwed it up. I screwed up the receivers over here. Boquist gets his first assist. Marino, once again, this dude is unreal. He was a steal of a trade. Sending Ty Smith over there for John Marino, man, this dude is. It's only been 10 games, but he's playing so much better than he was playing last year in Pittsburgh. And just all of the little things that a lot of us Devils fans grew up watching with Stevens, with Danico, with Niedermeyer, all these really smart defensive plays. We're starting to see them, come back a little bit here with John Marino. Andy Green in his prime. Andy wasn't a big guy, but he was so hard to knock off the puck when he was in his prime. Those tree trunk legs. Smart passes. Rafalski, before he went to Detroit. Man, we're seeing something here special with Marino. Beautiful Hail Mary pass right up the gut. Hits Boquist in stride. And then once again, poor old Demko. Well, another 2-on-1 opportunity right here for you. Boquist fakes the shot. Gives it over to Sharangovich, who puts it home. Like to see that. 2 points for Igor Sharangovich. His third goal of the season. Boquist, his first. Marino, his fourth assist, also in the Four Horsemen stable over there. John Marino. Unreal. Devils using their speed. Pop quiz, hot shot. Dennis Hopper wants to know, what's one of your old school favorite action movies? Speed! And that's what the New Jersey Devils are using right now. Their speed. They're passing. Man, tape to tape. In stride. Wasn't one of those ones where Boquist had to wait for it, try to put on some sort of, remember the Nico Hischier, where Nico would try to take these passes, these home run passes that weren't really like hitting him in stride, and you have to do like these like super spin moves to like take the pass and then try to get free. Marino's hitting people in stride. And that's half the battle right there. Because if he doesn't, then Boquist stops his momentum. It gives the Canucks more time to get guys back. And then you don't have a 2-on-1. But hitting in stride, there's no way they can catch up. Especially Boquist. He's pretty quick. He's got some good speed on him. Man, what a good goal right there. Devils up 4-0. 4 goals in a row. And then Bo Horvat got on the board at 16:23. The Devils give up a power play goal. They actually gave up 2 power play goals tonight. That's very rare, to tell you the truth. But Horvat got both of them. They took some penalties. They played a little sloppy there at the end of the second period. But Sharangovich actually got another breakaway that Demko made a big glove save on. You could see Demko was starting to gain a little bit more momentum as the game went on, even though he was down 4-0. I was pretty shocked that, the Canucks called a timeout and they didn't pull him out of the game. They kept him in there. Nathan Bastian took knocked him down like a tree, man. Like, big shot block on one of those power plays at the end of the second period. Boom, he just went down. Like taking a Mike Tyson punch or something like that. That had to hurt. But you know what? Bastion's a warrior. Gets back up and does it. But going into the third, Demko again made a lot of big saves. Marino, our boy, made a nice play down low trying to feed Boquist. But Demko came up big. I think that was a big glove save over there. JT Miller almost gets that goal. It was like a tip. Was it Miller? Or was it Horvat? No, it was Horvat to Miller, right? And then he had the tip. And from the TV angle, it looked like it went in and out of the back of the goal. But checking out the old replay, no. Off the post. Mackenzie Blackwood is safe over there. Jonas Siegenthaler had a nice shot that almost beat Demko 5-hole. Horvat eventually gets another one, and then they really, really pile on the pressure at the end of the game. 6-on-5 style for the Vancouver Canucks. But our boy Jackie Hughes eventually picks the puck, finds it, and he's able to send it down the ice to seal the deal for a big Devils victory and an empty net goal. 5-2. Devils hold on for their first victory on this massive road trip out there to Western Canada, which will continue in a couple days. 3 stars of the game, Jack Hughes, Bo Horvat, Yegor Sharangovich. 37 shots on goal. You know what that means? Raining pucks from the Devils on the ice. We're going to do our Slayer call out for some raining pucks. Anything over 35. I believe that's 9 out of 10 games or 8 out of 10 games so far this year. Face-offs, Devils were dominated again, 57.7% to 42.3. Power play, Devils were 1 for 1. And they only took 1 shot, too, right there at the beginning of the game. It was literally like a 3 seconds of that power play before Nico scored. So they were 1 for 1, and they were batting 1,000 on it. So that's a pretty good percentage. Canucks were 2 for 5. So I'd like to see that, come back a little bit with the 2 power play goals that come across. But, it's not the worst thing in the world. Devils again out hit 22-14, 17 blocks. Love seeing that. Only 3 giveaways, 7 takeaways, not too bad. 7-16-14 for that total of 37 raining pucks. Canucks 10-9-4 for a total of 23. And look at the Devils again. They're averaging only letting up about 22. What was it yesterday? 21.8. So we'll just say about 22 shots against per game. And that's Canucks got 23. So they're right on the money. Big win by the New Jersey Devils. All 3 lines coming through here. Nice to see the third line pepping up a little bit. Seems like it's been stagnant the past couple games. The Beef MW line, once again, like to see some of those fisticuffs coming out every now and then, especially when Luke Schenn was trying to take some advantages, I think, with some of those hits that were going on, especially the one against McLeod, where he was clearly turned around. Face went right into the boards there. So I'm surprised he didn't get a penalty for that. But either way, it is what it is. Glad that Miles stood up for his boy over there. They were dominating. Good cycling. Keeping the puck down low. Nico Hischier, man, that dude's looking healthy and he's looking in stride right now. Bratt is unbelievable. Jack Hughes still looks a little bit lost, but I think it's coming for him. Again, not worried about Jack Hughes at all. What a game. And we don't even have Palat in the lineup. Whew. Unbelievable. Power play looked great for the 3 seconds it was on the ice. Lots of penalties in this one, but hey, it is what it is. That has to do with all the fighting and the misconducts as well, so we'll take it. Big old victory for the New Jersey Hockey Devils out there up in Canada land, starting out with the Vancouver Canucks and Johnny Canuck. Yeah, Johnny Canuck this. Oh, yeah, Johnny Canuck these nuts. How about that, Johnny Canuck? So we'll see what you think about it. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch. Let's check in with the great Samu right now from his very quiet, hey, Silent Sam, in the hotel room. I think I partially lost my voice doing that football call, by the way.
I'm telling you, it's not that easy.
You do it much better.
It's easy. It's not.
It's not. You do it much
Well,
better. I
thank
don't know how you stretch it out too. I was just like, I want to end this already. I'm like Sam. I feel like Sam goes for such a long time when he does this with all these football terms, and I'm like, I couldn't think of anything.
Well, it has my bet stamp of approval.
Ah, very nice. We'll get to some you versus woo as well. Score predictions coming up here in a little bit. Of course, brought to you by BetStamp.app. So, Sam, I'm not sure how much of this game you did get to see, or if you were listening to it.
No, I saw all.
Oh, you saw all of it. Okay, good. I didn't know if you were still making your way down to Delaware for your work and stuff like that.
No.
So,
what happened was I got here quickly, did game day live. I dropped everything, did game day live, and then I have the DirecTV. I went on the app and I watched the game.
Very nice.
Plus, I had Chico on. Anytime I couldn't physically watch, I listened to Chico and Matt. So it's kind of a double whammy there. So I pretty much saw the game.
Okay. So what'd you think of it tonight?
This team has confidence now.
And
you can't push the New Jersey Devils around now because Bastian, McLeod, this team. Remember last season I told you, Scotty? I know that. Last season, we wanted players to hold each other accountable and have each other's backs. Remember how I used to complain about that for last 2 seasons? They just seemed like they didn't have any fight in them, and everybody, the opposing team, would just walk all over the goaltender. It's not happening anymore. They respond. Miles Wood, Bastian, McLeod. It used to be that players would just hit Jack Hughes just for the fun of it. You're not going to do that anymore. Jack Hughes has gotten a little bit bigger. He's got a little bit more smarter. And right now, the Devils are playing like a team concept. And it's amazing. In the first period, okay, a little jet lag, whatever. Made no excuses. They just kept on putting the pressure. I mean, Vancouver was out shooting the Devils in the first period. But the Devils hung in. Mackenzie Blackwood's making timely saves, just like Vitek Vanacek. And, boy, does that make a difference. When you add all that stuff together, all the little things, they're starting to put it together. I think Andrew Burnett is what you said in the group text, has a lot to do with it. But he's part of the team.
Those special teams.
Just like Lindy Ruff and Ryan McGill and Sergei Vreeland. And I think those tough practices, holding themselves accountable and being pissed off after game 1 and 2, really lit a fire under this team. And now they're oozing with confidence where, it doesn't matter who they play right now. They're going to play their game. And let's see how they do against Calgary and Edmonton. Edmonton is this Thursday and in a couple days. And I'd be curious to see, speed-wise, how the Devils match up with Edmonton. I'm curious to see physically, can the Devils keep up with Edmonton? And I think the Devils right now have really simplified their game, especially in the neutral zone. We talked about those home run passes, but now they're connecting on them too.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why is because they got back to basics.
Better quarterback.
Better quarterback, Hall of Famer from Western PA, Marino. Both Marinos are from Western PA.
When you got a rocket arm like Dan Marino, I mean, of course you're going to hit some of those Hail Mary passes,
Of course. And the fan base is so excited right now. Look at YouTube Live. How many people we have on. And I know these people are on the East Coast. Like, oh my goodness, or Anthony LaPena.
No, Anthony's is in Arizona. I know that.
Is he?
But a lot of these people are on the East Coast, and it's 1:30 in the morning.
It's 1:30.
It's 1:30 in the morning.
Joseph
Lanham still number 1. That's right. and a plus 11. When's the last time, Samuel, we've seen the Devils team on the plus side of the goal differential? Whew. Like seeing that.
Since 2003? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Probably since 2000. The team that 2001, the team that lost to Colorado. That's probably the highest scoring Devils team probably ever. Or no, maybe 03 when Gianta. What did he have, 48? Or 46? How many did he have that year? 48, right? I think 48, yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Singer, great win. Joseph, 10 games in and most of the roster has points. Love that. That's right, Dave. We ran 4 good lines. That's how you keep the pressure on teams. You're 100% correct because there's no. Siegenthaler had a great game. He almost got that goal too game at the end. Almost snuck it through the 5-hole on Demko there in the third. Our boy Anthony, happy Tuesday. Our man out in Arizona. I think he's thinking about going to that high school arena where the Coyotes are playing now. Or is it like the Town League? They're in like the Phoenix Town Rec Center or something like that. Is that where they're playing now? And I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I heard they got folding chairs in their folding chairs and like towels hanging for like separators in the locker rooms. Oh man, that picture looked bad. I don't know who posted that on, I don't know if it was Instagram or Twitter or whatever, but man, that looked bad of the Arizona locker room, if no one knows what I'm talking about. Eric Gobb, yes, and yes, you're absolutely right. Actually, the Devils weren't even at their best tonight. As Samu was talking about, and Dano mentioned it, and so did Bill, don't call me Captain Spaulding. That was probably a little jet-lagged. Probably a little jet-lagged. It's not like they had a day or two to even, like... I mean, it's just had one day, I guess. They played on Sunday. They probably flew out Sunday night because they gained 3 hours coming out here to the West Coast. But after like you get a little jet lagged. I've done that trip plenty of times. It does happen. But I do find it's easier to go East Coast to West Coast. Right? Or no, is it the West Coast to East Coast? Because then you just get up early. Oh, yeah, because East Coast, then you're just getting up early. But Devils didn't look too good in the first. A little jet-lagged. Then Nico Hischier comes along. Mackenzie Blackwood makes some big timely saves. There you go, Anthony. He's in Arizona. Still kind of early over there, too. Yeah.
Wow.
Man. R. Heaton.
Mackey.
Can't wait to see the Edmonton game, too. Eric, the
Brendan
PK
Mackey.
at the end of the second, that was the one where Bastian took that big block and just knocked him over like a Tyson roundhouse. What'd you say there, Samu? I'm sorry.
Brendan Mackey. Sup, boys? Been watching for a while. First time commenting. So he's a long-time listener. First time
commenter. Okay.
Yeah. From New Brunswick, Canada. Go Devils! Give me a shout out. Love the podcast. Well, thank you, Brendan.
Thank you very much, Brendan. Yep, Super Dave. The Canuck fans were leaving. They were leaving in the second period. They're like, the hell with this. We've seen this way too much already so far in this season.
I tell you
Mercer
what,
can't wait to make his debut at the Mullet Arena. Very nice. Oh, my goodness. He's got a great head of hair. I'm jealous. I wish I had his head of hair. Kyle, McLeod, and Bastian are a package. I think McLeod, Bastian, and Wood are a package. Because, man, Miles Wood looks like a completely different player. The last couple games getting switched down there, back with his boys. On the BFMW. Yeah. Oh, Joseph Lanham, you know McLeod is listening. He is listening to Beer Baron be upset. and he's not going to take it anymore.
Tell you what.
That's what Beer Baron told us. He said he's not going to take it anymore. He deserves better. He feels that he puts a lot into the relationship, and he's not getting back what he puts in. So you better prove it to him, Mikey McLeod. If you want Beer Baron's man crush back. He says things have to change. His words, not ours. His words, not ours. Okay? Just want to. John Sumner. Yeah, check out NHL Network. That's where Weeksy was talking about that. I never knew that before, about sliding your hand up the stick, but it is totally true. And Jack Hughes does keep his hands like pretty close together on the stick. It's pretty interesting. It's a nice little tidbit that, us common fans, because like we've said, Sam's played, Shorts guys played the most hockey out of all of us. But I never played like collegiate. It was always like town leagues for fun. Like it was, so I never really had like that much training or experience. I'm just a regular fan. So little things like that, I would have never picked up on.
Well, it's also
Anthony LaPena.
It's also.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's also your shot as well. If you don't want to telegraph it in front of a goaltender, these goaltenders, they know it's coming, but
it's hard to telegraph though when you have when your hands together like that though. You can see your stick starting to like. What I'm
saying is
when your hands are low.
No, I agree. But what I'm also saying is that sometimes a lot of these players.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Sam Wu. Can you talk a little louder? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Silent Sam, can you talk a little louder over there in your hotel room of silence? Oh, man. Yes, I can hear you. I'm just trying to bust your balls.
Oh, okay. Because I had this problem with Vinny. I had this problem with Vinny on Game Day Live.
I'm talking like it's a Devil's After Dark therapy session right now. But this is me really excited, I'm telling you guys. Believe me, I'm super excited.
We're all inclusive to the Vancouver Canucks fans that are joining us right now, as you want to jump off a bridge because your team sucks. You never want to.
Well, hey, the way they're blowing leads this year. Well, they never had a lead tonight, but man, oh my goodness, the BMW beef stock is up. We should get Swanson as a sponsor for the beef stock. Okay, very nice. We should get some soup beef stock sponsors. We can see if we can get that. I love it. Supernova's making it go. Oh, there's Brendan Mackey. Okay, I'm getting down here. Ramona, she had a 4-2 Devils victory. Very close. Very close. Maybe we should talk about that. You versus Woo. Brought to you by betstamp.app. Sam Woo's doing his score predictions all season long. He's finally starting to figure out the parlays and figure out a little funny things here and there. I see someone was talking about the over-under. What was it, 10.5? Oof. Guess you should have took the under on that one. But Sam Wu, before we look at some of our friends over here on Facebook, let's get you and Vinny Parisi's score predictions from Game Day Live earlier today. What'd you guys have?
Vinny Parisi had 4-1 Devils.
Ooh, close. Very close. What about the great Sam Wu? You versus Wu.
I don't remember what I put.
Which means Sam Wu is going to be moving to 8-2 on the season, I believe. Nothing? You don't remember at all?
I think it was 6-3 Devils, I said. I wasn't sure.
6-3? All right. That's close. But once again, Sam Wu, incorrect. 8-2 on the season. If you don't know, if you're new to the show, we gave Sam 2 OTLs. He gets 1 point for getting half the score correct. He got half the score correct twice so far this year. He is 8-2. Did you do any parlays? Did you do over-under? Game going overtime? Anything like that?
I did money line.
What'd you get? Did you win?
Of course I did.
Okay, all right. So there you go. Sam Woo's starting to figure out this whole betting thing over here. I can see. You see how he's like looking at his phone. He's already getting obsessed with it. If you have a gambling problem, please be safe. If you're playing along with us throughout the season, betstamp.app. You can follow Sam and Vinny with all the bets that they're placing over there. And like we said, as long as you're cool with the whole gambling thing and it's legal by you. I'm an example out here in California where the online betting is still not legal. You can play along all season long with betstamp.app. Just go ahead and download it. Let's take a look at the old Facebook page. Marino to Duper. I mean Boquist. That's right, David Chives. I screwed that up pretty bad. I wish I had it. Lateral to Sharangovich. Matt Junio, Thomas Ehrig, Marino, 5 points in the last 5 games. Ty who? David Chimes, we fleeced Pittsburgh. That's right, we did. Make a beefometer, boys. Brandon and Mackey, we got to make a beefometer.
Tell you what, we're gonna have bratwurst.
Marino versus McDavid on Thursday. Matt Freudenberger. That's who it's gonna be. That's really who it's gonna be, though. I mean, John Marino has been playing against the other team's top lines. You can listen to the analysis from Bryce Salvador and everyone else. Like, they're trying to get him out there as much as possible against the other team's top lines. And the way he's playing, it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
He can keep up. And he's a good defenseman. John Marino is great.
And his outlet passes are amazing. They're Dan Marino-esque. He must be playing in isotoner gloves underneath his hockey gloves. Obviously, Sam. That's got to be what it is. He draws little laces on the puck. Before he goes out there, he draws little laces on it, and he looks at the stick every time. He's like, laces out, boom, and I know I'm going to nail it. So, man. Yeah, even Matt Freudenberger said it. Wake up the hotel, Sam. Scream it to the high heavens of Delaware. Remember the Wayne's World?
I got to get up.
Where they're like, we're going to Hawaii. We're going to this place. And then all of a sudden they're like, we're going to Delaware. Exciting Delaware. Because there's a lot of things to do here in Delaware. Although there are some nice lakes and beaches and stuff in Delaware at certain points too. I know that, but just teasing Delaware if you happen to be listening. There's hey, shut up about Delaware, right, man? We're cool. That's like the beginning of seeing the fireworks, guns, and ham stores. It's always a funny thing. You're like, fireworks, guns, ham. And you're like, wow, those three definitely go together over there. Okay. That's what I'm thinking of buying. Fireworks, guns, and ham. Oh, Delaware. Hell yeah, Brandon Mackey. Oh, we got Josiah Helm up there in Devil's Nation, Alaska. Whoo! Baby. Beef a meter. Being out there up in Alaska. I've always wanted to go to Alaska. Never been. But I hear it's beautiful. So I definitely want to take a trip up there at some point. Do one of those glacier cruises and everything like that. Go to Scott Gomez World. I hear there's a big amusement park up there. Scott Gomez World.
I'm actually going to Alaska in the summer for a couple weeks.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Look at that. The 08-2 Sam Woo coming through. There you go. You can go meet our friend up there in Alaska. Well, Sam, this was an exciting game for the Devils. 4 wins in a row. Dare I say we're getting spoiled? Or dare I say this is what we should be expecting from our team? It's been 10 games. It's always a nice little marker. We know that's what Uncle Lou used to like to do every 10 games. That's how you should do your analysis. Start looking at this team. Who needs to step it up? Who has been stepping it up? Who needs to do a little more? That's the big one. There's a couple people that are still not yet in full swing. We need them to start soon. Because we got depth this year. Oh, baby. We got some depth.
Yes.
So we're going to see the Edmonton Oilers on Thursday night. It'll be an earlier start time. It'll be a 6 specific start time over there. That'll be 9 Eastern. So at least you don't have to wait till 10 o'clock. So we'll be talking around the midnight hour, probably on Thursday evening. Edmonton Oilers and the New Jersey Hockey Devils. It should be a real good one. This is finally a team also that can definitely match the Devils with their speed. Devils have always been faster than just about everyone else they're playing. Vancouver was pretty quick, but Edmonton is a whole other story, with McDavid. I mean, just McDavid himself. He's like a whole team in one player. So we'll see what John Marino can do, because this is the ultimate test in the NHL. Connor McDavid. In the world. We could say that. In the friggin' world. So we'll see how Johnny Boy does. It's going to be quite the game. Hopefully we're talking about another Devils victory. Either way, even if it is a loss, as long as they're not sleepwalking. No sleepwalking. No free rides, buddy boy. Everyone plays a full 60 minutes. When you do that, you can roll the 4 lines like they did tonight. You get scoring all around. Top line guys come through. Bottom line guys come through. That's when you win by 3 goals. Maybe sometimes you got to edge them out. A 3-2 instead of a 5-2. We'll see what happens in Edmonton. Very excited about this game because it's going to be a big test for our boys. Western Canada trip continues on Thursday. We'll have State of the Fan address tomorrow here on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network with Nick Villano from Pucks and Pitchforks, and of course the great Sam Wu. Some Wu reports, some game day live action on Thursday before the game, and of course Devils After Dark once again after here, a true After Dark session with you exclusively here on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. I'm Scotty. Turning it over to you, Sam Wu.
Thanks for all those staying up late tonight. Truly Devils After Dark. Enjoy your commute tomorrow. Till next time, let's go Devils.